Oh no, your favorite plant is dying? You know what I say? Good. Let it die. Kill your houseplants. You see all these plants around here? A good chunk of them I killed. I'm not too proud of it, but it did teach me a lot, and I got nicer plants out of it. Take, for instance, this plant right here, this 5-foot beautiful Philodendron Gigas. I had that plant for years. Well, not this exact plant. You see, I accidentally left the original plant and let it die, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. No, no, no. I wanted to turn it into a beautiful plant, a much nicer plant that I would actually take care of after, losing and learning from it. This is a cutting that I took from that Philodendron Gigas. Mind you, it was after the whole situation of me not taking care of it. So I wanted to see, like, hey, can I make this into a pretty plant again? Because these leaves aren't the prettiest. Turns out I could, and I did. Case in point, look at that beauty right now. It is stunning. An absolute perfect specimen that keeps out popping new leaf after new leaf. In fact, it was towards the end of spring of 2025 when I actually took those cuttings and potted them up. Take a look at this though. In June of 2025, the plant started to grow those new leaves, and it was about a foot tall. Now, 5 feet tall. That's the nice thing about when you are, accidentally killing a plant. Accidentally killing a plant is that you can start from scratch. You start from scratch by just propagating it. In my case, I used water propagation, which turned out to be a really, really great tool. Here's the thing though. When you water propagate a plant that's dying, if you're able to save that plant, a cutting of it, all you need is one node to start a brand new plant. It's just one node, one simple node. And the nice thing is that when you're propagating a cutting of a plant, it actually will grow healthier and stronger roots than the original plant that had those stressed out roots. So it's a win-win situation. In many instances, when I've had these rare plants that need the most strict environmental settings, like highest humidity, warmth, all that stuff, I've done it on purpose, where I have cut back and killed plants, like a Philodendron varicosum that I had in 2020. That thing needed 90% humidity. I could only give it 60%. So what I did was I actually cut it up 12 to 15 times until that plant's cuttings, having the clone of the original, growing back and growing back, eventually just got used to my environmental conditions, and I was able to have it in that 60% humidity range. It's perfect. And a lot of these plants over here, a lot of these plants can benefit from that. Now, there are some, obviously, that I have not done that to because, I just take care of those like they're precious pieces of gold. But man, oh man, even the precious pieces of gold, I really failed at in the beginning. Take, for instance, that gal over there in the corner, my Queen Anthurium. Long before she existed, there were several other queens in her place. I started off learning about this plant early on in the pandemic before I knew a whole lot about rare tropical plants. Needless to say, I ended up killing 2 to 3 other Queen Anthuriums. I didn't understand humidity or its care needs, how often it needed to be watered. This plant is a diva, and it needs to be treated like a diva, it needs to be treated like a queen, hence its name. But this brings into play a whole new thing, a very important thing that you need to know as a plant parent from day one, and that is part of the process of learning plants is killing them. Repeat that. Part of the process of learning plants is to kill them. You're not going to understand certain plants right off the bat. In fact, you have to go through a trial and error phase to really get to know them. Because of those situations I had with the previous queens, I was able to understand and learn its humidity needs, its lighting needs, its warmth needs, every single need that it has, including nutrition. The thing needs fertilizer all the time. Makes it grow bigger, healthier, happier. So it's all about learning the plants, and that is really crucial. In fact, even though this queen is doing well, it was doing better about a month ago up until it got a fungal infection. That fungal infection nearly destroyed the entire plant. I had to get rid of 2 of its most perfect, longest leaves that were 31 inches long. I was able to save only 1 leaf. 1 leaf, but, it was better than nothing. And out of that new leaf, though, came another new leaf. A smaller one, albeit, but the next ones will grow in larger and larger and larger. So here I am, starting from scratch yet again. And I'm fine with that because I'm learning something more in the process. I knew nothing about fungal infections, just a small amount. Now I know how to handle them. And I also know what I did wrong in that situation. This is an Anthurium, obviously, a Queen Anthurium, but then there's the Anthurium Regale AFF. Got this plant in the mail, put together some soil for it, but I didn't do a good job with its soil mixture. I thought that I had put it together in a really good, chunky aeroid soil mix, but by the looks of it, I don't think I really did it well enough. So that is what I believe is causing the light stress, because up there in my plant display where this plant lives, it gets optimal conditions. I mean, great, bright, indirect light. Yep, really failed at that one. But the thing is, that plant eventually lost that last leaf that it had, but I got it to grow back some new leaves. 3 new leaves, to be exact. Granted, the first 2, absolutely beautiful, but I had some issues with the third one, lack of care, silly Kevin. But there is a 4th leaf growing in right now, and you better bet I am on that plant like crazy right now, just to make sure that it is perfectly fine and will grow to be this massive beauty. Here's the thing, guys. Keep in mind, not only do you get to learn from these experiences, but you will become a better plant parent. A better, whatever you want to call it if I get talk tonight. Here's the thing, though. Keep this in mind also, is that with this, you can get a more beautiful, healthier plant. Don't ever forget that, because when all else seems like, oh, I'm the worst plant parent alive, I can't keep any plants alive, you're going to learn from your mistakes, especially if it is a pricey plant. You will absolutely learn from your mistakes.